Trump is like, how are you qualified to be president? Because I'm good, okay? I'm so good. I know how to do it, okay?
Donald Trump is the least shocking human being I've ever come across in my life. He is consistently being himself. The man is a cliched villain. Looks like a villain, talks like a villain. Like he looks like he should be in a Scooby-Doo episode.
What's your go-to impression?
I've been working on my Trump. It's a lot of great people. Lots of great people on both sides. Excuse me. Fake reviews.
Remember when presidents used to laugh at themselves at the White House Correspondents Dinner? Trump couldn't handle it, refusing to attend year after year. I've analyzed dozens of presidential reactions to comedy, and none are as thin-skinned as our former comedian-in-chief. If you've ever wondered why Trump seems especially triggered by comedians while other politicians roll with the punches, you're not alone. There's something uniquely fragile about Trump's ego that makes comedy his kryptonite, and comedians know exactly which buttons to push for maximum meltdown.
People were talking, Cody, okay. Now, I do them very feminine. I don't know why.
Well, yeah,
a little bit of lotion, little bit of chapstick. Imagine him getting a manicure. Okay, just go easy.
You know, this administration is a rabid dog, and it's turning us upside down. And all, as far as I'm concerned, it's as obvious as the nose on your face.
Asked President Xi if they had a problem in China, but he said, no, me no like does better with the voice, I think I must say.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Ever notice how Trump loses his mind whenever a comedian makes fun of him? It's like watching a toddler who can't find his favorite toy, except this toddler has nuclear codes. The man who boasts about his thick skin and tough demeanor turns into a volcano of rage the moment someone dares to mock his hair, his voice, or heaven forbid, his hand size. Let's be real here. Most politicians know the drill. You get elected, you get roasted. It's practically part of the job description. Obama chuckled at Key and Peele's anger translator. Bush Sr. invited Dana Carvey to the White House after his impressions. Even Nixon went on laughing. But Trump, he treats comedy like it's a national security threat. When Alec Baldwin started impersonating him on SNL, Trump didn't just change the channel like a normal person. No. Our former president suggested the show should be investigated. Not criticized, not boycotted, but investigated. Like it was some kind of criminal enterprise instead of a comedy show that's been on air for nearly half a century. He actually called SNL the real collusion because apparently making fun of the president is now a federal crime. What makes this so delicious for comedians is the beautiful, predictable cycle Trump creates. It's like clockwork. Comedian tells joke about Trump. Trump has meltdown on social media. Meltdown becomes funnier than original joke. Comedian gets more attention. Trump melts down again. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Trump is like, how are you qualified to be president? Because I'm good, okay? I'm so good. I know how to do it, okay?
This whole thing has brought back my 8-year-old self. It's been a gift from God. It's like literally like brought me back to 8 years old where I used to sit in my room. Trump is toast.
I like that one.
Trump is toast. Yeah, man.
And so you just kind of digest the news of the day.
It's an affirmation.
I'm glad some good is coming out of this stuff. This is Robert Mueller.
Robert Mueller putting the squeeze on the president.
Trump essentially works as an unpaid PR agent for every comedian who targets him. You think Stephen Colbert is mad when Trump calls him talentless and no talent. Nope, he's probably popping champagne as his ratings climb. Jimmy Kimmel probably sends Trump a Christmas card every year thanking him for the publicity. When Trump attacks, viewership spikes. It's like free advertising you couldn't pay for. Remember when Trump was so upset about Baldwin's portrayal that he actually questioned if it was legal for shows to hit job politicians? The man literally suggested federal courts should get involved in a comedy sketch. Can you imagine the courtroom scene? Your Honor, the defendant made me look silly on television. I demand justice. Any judge would need a soundproof chamber just to contain their laughter. The irony here is beautiful. Trump's inability to laugh at himself actually makes him the most valuable comedy asset in modern history.
Lots of great people on both. I love London. London falling down. Hello.
Yeah, well, I just got to tell you that you might have met your match. Because I also do a Donald Trump impression. Jamie Foxx, the greatest fox in the wilderness. Great guy.
Do you have the yell? That. You gotta get the yell. They tried to give me the virus. You know what he does there? I beat the virus. They tried to give me. It's a lot of great people. Lots of great people on both sides. That's excuse me. Fake reviews. Fake reviews. Fake reviews.
His reactions are literally worth more than the original jokes. It's like comedians are playing chess while Trump is eating the checkers. Late night hosts have figured out that Trump is basically their ATM. Need a ratings boost? Just do a particularly brutal Trump impression. Need some viral clips? Just read his tweets in a mocking voice. Need material for your Netflix special? Just wait for his next temper tantrum. His thin skin has become their thick wallets. What makes it even better is how predictable his responses are. You can set your watch by it. Make fun of his policies. He'll call you a loser with terrible ratings. Joke about his appearance. He'll claim you're jealous of his success. Impersonate him on television. He'll suggest you should be investigated by the federal government. It's comedy gold mining with zero equipment needed. Trump's reaction to Baldwin's SNL portrayal shows just how far beyond normal political responses he goes. Most politicians might say, "I didn't find it funny," or "they didn't capture my best side." Trump suggested courts should get involved, complained about the real collusion, and questioned the legality of comedy shows mocking politicians. That's not just thin skin, that's practically skin-free. The comedy world should probably be sending Trump thank you cards. Before him, comedians had to work hard crafting jokes about politicians who would either ignore them or respond with self-deprecating humor, stealing their thunder. With Trump, they just need to poke the bear and wait for the roaring response that writes their next monologue for them. This isn't just about laughs, it's about cold, hard cash. Every Trump tantrum translates to higher ratings, more YouTube views, bigger social media followings, and ultimately more money in comedians' bank accounts. His meltdowns have financed comedy tours, Netflix specials, and probably quite a few vacation homes. In a weird way, Trump might be the greatest patron of comedy since the Medici supported Renaissance art, except instead of consciously funding creative work, he's inadvertently bankrolling it through his inability to let any joke slide. So at the end of the day, what do we have here? Trump has become a walking, talking ATM for the comedy world. His constant stream of verbal diarrhea is paying more bills than his actual businesses ever did. The comedians aren't even writing scripts anymore. They're just showing up while Trump does all the heavy lifting. Next time you watch a comedian absolutely destroying the former president, remember they're not just having fun. They're feasting on material that's building their retirement funds. While we're all laughing at Grumpy Trumpy's latest meltdown, these comedians are counting their money and thanking him for their next vacation home.